Good morning and welcome. You are with the Skeinz Diaries. I am Maree here on a lovely fine Monday, 12th of the 12th of December, and you're with episode 217. How has your day been? I hope things have been well at your place. Weekends were good, and you managed to get some knitting done. If you are living in the top half or the North Island of this country, you'll certainly know that the weather is just completely crazy. We're delighted to finally see some sunshine today. It has been certainly tropical, completely crazy. And for all my North American friends, I have been seeing that there has been snow in the UK. There has certainly also been snow and cooler things in the US as well. So, yep, we've definitely done that big reversal of the seasons already. And okay, who can believe it? It is a little over 2 weeks until Christmas. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. So it is that time of year again. So welcome along. I did get some knitting done finally, not a huge amount, but I did manage to get a little bit of knitting done. Both my children are now on holidays because they're at high school, both of them. So they are now both on school holidays, summer break. And oopsie daisies, and I've gone and done that, and the stitches dropped off the end. And the youngest one, who's 14, has decided he is going to do a Harry Potter movie marathon. So he has been watching all the Harry Potter films since he started his school holidays, which were last week. He has been quietly working through all of those. So I sat down with him yesterday, and he's up to, he's just done Order of the Phoenix. So that's what him and I watched yesterday afternoon. So I thought, when he said to me, Mum, do you want to watch a Harry Potter with me? I thought, yes, perfect. Harry Potter is perfect knitting fodder. So that's what I did. And I was finally able, because you can now see it. You haven't, oh gosh, and I've done it again, popped all the stick. I'm at the point now that I've just done the last increase, and I haven't got the cable. I really do need a longer cable. I might actually switch these out to something longer. But I am now on to, ta-da, the large blocks. You can see the large blocks there. So I am now onto those. And it is now, this is, of course, if you're wondering what I'm holding up, this is the basket weaver shawl from Stephen West. And as you can see, this is an 80 centimetre cable. I have actually got a longer Knit Pro cable at home. So I think and these are not Knit Pros. In fact, they might be compatible with Knit Pro though, just looking at them. Anyway, I'm going to get some, I'll get some tips. I don't think I have them. Anyway, this is the basket weaver from Stephen West in our roving. And yes, I'm now onto the final block. So I'm probably in reality halfway through the shawl, to be fair. But the nice thing about knitting these larger blocks, and I get to do about 10 of these, is that because they are much long separations, it's really easy knitting now. So it's sort of, I'm not having to switch backwards and forwards quite so readily, and it's just really flowing along a lot more quickly. This is a really comforting thing to knit, I have to say. It is a very comforting thing to knit. The way he has done the delineations between each block is just fiendishly simple and incredibly clever. And it's just very, very clever. And the other thing, and actually how he's done the increasing, I think I mentioned this the other day, how he's done the increasing too at the increase level, again, fiendishly simple, but incredibly clever. And so I have to admit, I am enjoying this. And it's just the perfect sort of fodder for, it is the perfect sort of fodder that I, do enjoy doing this time of year. And I'm sort of in the process of planning what I'm going to do for my summer knitting, right? So as you know, Ethan was here on Thursday, and Ethan has got a goal. Actually, have I left that book? No, I've got it by my desk. Ethan has got it in his head. He wants to do something in Taja. So he has got a book that he's looking at doing. I actually dug out one of my Taja books that I have got here, which is Kim Hargreaves, which is one of the Rowan designers. And yes, and we're going to do, so this is sort of our aim and our plan for our project, to have this project done for Knit August night. So there is time. And I'm actually looking, there are a few things in there, and to be fair, what I'm probably going to do is the value of those books, and if you've gone out and done this, we challenged you to do this, to go and have a look either at op shops or in your own libraries or wherever. The value in those books are the charts. That's what you want, are those intarsia charts. So I am probably going to knit something that is not necessarily using the pattern that they have in there, because the sizings don't quite necessarily go up to my generous proportions, but the charts are amazing. So I'm possibly going to, there's a brocade chart in there I'm quite fond of. So I'm probably going to take one of those charts and transpose it across to another design. That's the plan at this stage. However, for my summer knitting, he's very disparaging with me, because of course I am the world's most boring knitter. I'm the person that gets a pattern that I quite like, and I like how it looks on me, and then I'm a rinse and repeat girl. I will do that pattern to death. For example, I've dusted off one of my 8 Miss Janes. Yes, count them, people. I have 8 of them today to wear with. I did especially knit this Miss Jane to go with this dress, and that's what I've gone and done. And I'm looking at probably, and he said, yes, there are too many love notes in this world, but I'm going to add to them. I am probably going to stick to my original plan, which is to knit another love note using the Highlander Heather yarns across the summer. And in fact, 2 summers ago, I knit my first love note in Cove Spanish Bay. And I'm looking at doing probably this in Stornoway, which is the dark sort of colour, because one of the things I've realised, I've only got one knitted item, which is black, in terms of a garment, which is a sort of like a shell vest kind of thing. But I wanted another thing just to pop over. And that Miss Jane does, not Miss Jane, the Brain Engage love note works beautifully for a lot of the things that I wear in the winter. And I wanted something in a dark colour, because in the winter I have a tendency to live in black trousers or black jeans with black t-shirts, and then I throw my knits over the top. And I've got lots of knits in every other colour and design, but and the only other dark knit that I have, I've got a little pop crop cardigan, which again works better across these dresses, and I tend to wear it more this time of year than I do any other time. And I have the full tunic that I knitted, the Rambler, in the first lockdown, which are both in Southland charcoal. So I wanted just something that I could throw over, quick and easy, and that I could wear. And that Stornoway is, I think, going to be perfect, because it's got colours that sort of switch in and out, and colours within that Stornoway I also wear across the winter. So I think it'll just end up being one of those winter sort of jumpers, particularly for work, that I just throw on and off and have here. So that's the plan. But you know me, people, it changes all the time. And I actually am quite proud. I've only got 2 projects on the go, which is my Forever Scrap Blanket, which I always have on the go, and this. And that's it for me. I know. Not multiple works in progress. Stop it. Right? I'm exceptionally pared down at the moment. I don't really know how that happened or why that is, but it just is. These are the only things I've got at the moment. So crazy. I know, really, really crazy. I'm just, but I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying doing a shawl. I haven't done one for ages. So that's actually been quite nice. And I'm, just enjoying having to sort of just easy into it. So hopefully this one will see me through until Christmas time. And I'm taking actually some time off at the end of January. So I'm actually going to be lurking around through the break. So you'll actually probably see me pop up. I may end up doing some impromptu diaries. I haven't really quite decided. Usually I've actually have got that time away, but I'm not this year. I'm just hanging around. So I'm going to be around, and then I'll be offline, as it were, for the last 2 weeks in January. So, and then back into it, I think on the 30th of January, kick back into full guns blazing forward ahead. So that's the plan. This again, but this is me. Plans change, but this is me. So that's where I'm at with my knitting at the moment. And I am enjoying this. I have to say, I really am enjoying this. So it's good. It's all right. I'll just put that in there. Look, I've got stitch markers in a little container in the bottom of that. Right, what else have I been up to? You may have seen I sent an email out this morning, and I did pop the link up for this on social at the end of last week, I think. every day's a blur at the moment. It all just goes from one to another. So first thing, you guys love the Albertine. Really love the Albertine. So well done to any of those that picked that up on Stitch in Summer on Thursday. And then I think I put it out for Friday. I did create a Knit Pro guide. Because we have had our last order that came in, we had some stuff that was in split orders, and that came in from Knit Pro late on Thursday. So I did get a little guide together. So you are aware, because I know some of you will be holding off, there is not going to be a Knit Pro. Knit Pro is not featuring in Stitch in Summer. So I can tell you that with certainty. It is not featured. It's not featuring this year in Stitch in Summer. So if you're sitting there back and holding off, thinking it's going to turn up, it's not. I can tell you right now, it's not. So, Kathy is an absolute angel. So Kathy has gone and placed, actually, in fact, I think I can be cheeky because I have... no, it's not letting me do it. Yes, so I've gone and created a little flipbook gift guide for you. And I thought I would go through some of the items in that, because I did it because some people need to give ones a nudge, and they need to sort of, potentially pass that link on to people and then actually send them out. And then others need to, might just want to buy something for themselves. Hold on just... I've got Ian Kelly out the door. That I could tell the boys never come to see me at 11 o'clock on a Monday, and they do anyway. Right. Okay. So where was I before I got distracted by Ian? Yes. So that's why I created it, because it just gives you an opportunity to poke that in front of the nose of some people, or have a look at the variety of widers that you want to grab something from the guide, because there are so many really cool things. So the first thing I did, and I haven't been able to show this because it was locked away last time. This is one of the this is featuring in here. So this was the limited edition gift set for Christmas from Knit Pro. So I did actually show you when they came in last month. It's called Day and Night. So these aren't part of a range, but they are just a limited edition set, and this is our shop one. That shows you what it is. So what it is this beautiful gift box. And let me pull these out and show you what's in there. What is amazing about these is these are, as you can see, two-toned needles in here. And I know that you'll be saying to yourself, why? Why, Maree? Why have they got two-toned needles? I will tell you why they've got two-tone needles. This has been designed for those, especially when you're knitting light or dark yarns, and if you're of a certain age and you're like me and you're having to wear these all the time when you're knitting because, arms aren't as long as they used to be and sight isn't as good as it once was. And why these are great is it means that when you're knitting either dark yarns or light yarns, you can rotate the needle to give you more contrast, to allow you to see your stitches more clearly, especially if you're doing a lot of stitch work, or if you're doing lace or intarsia. Shan, they're brilliant. Yeah, they are brilliant. And I know Deb down at Outlaw, she's been knitting with them, and she's been loving them. And they are incredible. And now the other thing that is really, really with these is these also come with, can you see what I'm doing? The new swivel cables. So we don't have these cables in yet as on their own. The only way you can get these swivel cables is by getting the Day and Night set. Again, why are these swivel cables so important, you ask, Maree? The swivel cables are important because how often do we get frustrated, right, when our interchangeables start unscrewing? And it doesn't matter how hard you crank them, depending on your action, they will start to unscrew. That all disappears with this. With the swivel cable, does not happen. It is a nifty, fiendishly clever idea. Why they didn't think of it sooner, I don't know. I think it's probably a technology thing. But these contain swivel cables, and as well as the cutest little limited edition buttons. And stoppers as well. So that is what you get in this little set, and of course in this little beautiful velvet handy dandy notion box. So that is what comes in the day and night set. We do have we did order quite a few of these to make sure we had them in stock because we knew that people would love them. So we've probably got but not quite half left actually. So you do need to, because once they're gone, they're gone. So these are not a stock item. Once they're gone, they are gone. So these day and night sets are beautiful. And and as I said, there's one that hasn't been unwrapped. So that's how they come. And they do feature in that gift guide. So do check those out. Now, what we do have, which was they've actually had these still available, and I think they initially did come out as a limited edition gift set, but they have still kept them. Are they wooden tips, Delene? Yes, they are. They're beautiful, actually. They look like they're not a laminated. They look like a solid. It doesn't actually say what wood they are. They look like a solid birch wood to me. No, it doesn't say what the wood is, but they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and they do feel like they're either birchwood or cedar, but they're lovely. What is the size range, Joanne? The size range is from 3.5 millimeter through to 8 millimeter. Oh God, thank you. Charming. There we go. All right. 3.5 millimeter through to 8 millimeter. There are 4 swivel cables, 68 at 2. There are four swivel cables, 160, 280s, which I actually think is quite clever, and one 100. 4 end caps, 2 Allen keys, and 1 set of cable connectors. That's what you'll get in there, plus the buttons. I did get an inquiry on the email this morning asking, do they come with smaller sizes in these sets? No, it's the short answer to that. Knit Pro tend not to do that. They tend to start all their kits from about 3.5 millimeter. That's what they standardize to, and it kind of makes sense. If you're going to do a set of something, they do what are the most common sizes. Yeah, birchwood. Oh yeah, they had a feel birchwood as opposed to beechwood. There you go. I had a feeling it was one or the other. The other set we still have is this guy here. This is the Rosewood Symphony Rosewoods. I know that these have been incredibly popular. We did manage to get some more of these in. These again, I mean, these rosewood needles are beautiful. It again comes in a case. I haven't actually got one open, so they're all done up, but they a beautiful case again. They have got 3.5 through to 8 millimeters. There is how many cables? There again 4 cables, end keys, plus I think there's a needle gauge in there as well. Yes, there is. So we have got some more of those available. And the other set I just wanted to show you were these ones here. Now we don't. These are the zings. These zings we now have these zings available as separate tips. These zings have been hugely popular. We've had people ask us for the zings to get the zings in, and we have. This kit is great. Oh, in fact, here we go. This is the one that I can show you. This kit is great because, as you can see, it just has everything neatly there. It is just a really, really functional set. So that we do have a few of those available. The other thing we have available as well is if you've got your existing collection, you can then make sure that you get your needles all stacked away with one of our cases, either for interchangeables or for straights. I'll put that back later. Those are available as well, and there also are a couple of Nova sets. How do we keep all of these things together? Well, we keep them together in a bag, don't we? So these are the bags. This is the brand new one. This is the duffel. This is the one that just arrived at the end of last week. So will we be getting the Lantern Moon next year? We are undecided on the Lantern Moon, if I'm brutally honest. We have had a look. It comes down to cost. And at this stage, there is quite a big cost. So we're just weighing that up, if I'm brutally honest. So this is the new duffel. What I like about this one is that this is like quite a good size. It's you can get a large adult project in here, no problems whatsoever. It's quite a good bag if you're somebody who loves straights and you're a straight needle person, because you've got that length for your straight needles. So this one has now just come in and is available. There are side pockets. Oopsie. With all the bits to be able to keep your needles in there. The other bag that I absolutely love is, so this is the duffel, which is great as a project bag. If you want a project bag that looks more like a handbag that does double time, this is the Snug shoulder bag. This has now just come back into stock. We haven't had this one in stock. It has been out of stock. The Bloom shoulder bag is out of stock. We haven't been able to get more, but I do know that there is one sitting behind me under the tree. So we've got one in store if you are looking for those. These bags are great because they double time as both a handbag and a knitting bag. And if you are traveling, and I know many of you are, if Maureen's popping up because I know she's away at the moment, if you are traveling, particularly in places far flung, and you're wanting to take your knitting with you and keeping it all together, the bag I would suggest is this one here. This is the doctor's bag. It is brilliant because it has got this double compartment which you can separate out, put all your needles and notions in the top. This will fit a full package of yarn in here, all your balls, and keep everything together. It is the ultimate in project bags, and I think this is the ultimate knitting traveling bag. It just means you can keep all your projects, your yarn, your notions, everything together and keep it safe. And as you can see, it's a decent sized, stylish looking bag. So those are all in that gift guide. Have a look on the social or into the newsletter because that has gone out this morning. So check that out. And as I said, they are not featuring in Stitch in Summer. However, I can give you a wee hint at what is featuring in Stitch in Summer tomorrow. And you ready for your hint? This is your hint. That's your hint. And the price is incredible. So get your projects sorted, work out what you think you might be, and that goes live at midnight tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to head off because Ian is lurking. He obviously needs to see me, so I'm going to go and catch up with him. I will be back on Thursday with more Stitch in Summer funness, and hopefully make sure you're nice and quick because once the stock that we have for all of these Knit Pros, we will not be able to get any more stock in before Christmas. So especially if you want them for Christmas gifts for yourself or someone special, you need to make sure you get your fingers doing the walking. And as I said, not featuring in Stitch in Summer, so make sure you stock up now. Until then, I'll see you Thursday. Take care.